Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along to this event. Um, I'm sure you're all very interested in making videos online or just being creative. So this is the first Cap Create event. I'm super excited to host this event. Today, we're going to be talking about how I have made thumbnails. I'm experienced with making thumbnails online. And yeah, so I'm going to be showing you tips and tricks, the programs I've used. And yeah, let's get straight into this. So, uh, oh, also at the end of the presentation as well, I've got an awesome new event that I'm going to be scheduling as well. I haven't seen this on Rec Room yet, so I'm very excited to host this. But yeah, I'll tell you at the very end. So it's something to keep you waiting about. Now, there are two people I just want to say a massive thanks to in this, like just for this whole event to come together. So first of all is Corad23. They're not here at the moment, but they did a lot of the terrain outside. So I'm really grateful for that. And also to Nanato. He is someone from KNS. He helped a lot with trying to get share screen working inside rec rooms. So we've managed to get it working. I'm super excited to continue doing this, and hopefully it all works. So let me just skip through that one, kind of talk about that. Also, so today we're going to be talking about thumbnails, introduction to thumbnails. Next event will be video editing introduction. So if you are interested in that, there are buttons at the very back of the room where you can see upcoming events, that sort of stuff. And then also, very interesting one, which I'm excited to show as well, is insight into how to use YouTube Studio. So I'm really excited into that one. That one doesn't have a date yet, but it's just showing analytics from my channel, that sort of stuff. Now we're going to get straight into this. So where do you get started with thumbnails? There's a lot of areas that you can actually get confused with thumbnails. Lots of people are just wondering if there's any free programs they can use to make thumbnails, because Photoshop, that's like 79 Australian a month. I can't afford that. Some people, they make a video, they don't know how to make a thumbnail. Some people have amazing videos and it's just the thumbnail that lets their whole video down. So I've got a whole bunch of areas. What makes a good thumbnail? We'll be covering that as well. A few of the psychological aspects of thumbnails to make your thumbnails just more clickable. That was a joke that someone maybe put in. Thumbnails that's to relate with whatever the TikTok stuff is. Anyway, let's go on to the next slide. So over my time on YouTube, I've used three main programs to make thumbnails. We'll get into this one. This is very good. Some of you might actually know what it is from the color. But I've used PowerPoint, which is by Microsoft. So if you have a Microsoft computer, PowerPoint is, yep, you guessed it, Canva. PowerPoint, awesome on Windows. If you are on a Mac, PowerPoint, absolutely the bomb. I think spent 4 years, thank you for the donut. I spent about 4 years using Keynote before I started using Canva, and it's really good. I'm seeing a whole bunch of comments. Canva's goated. I do agree, it is awesome. Adobe and Canva for me, that is pretty cool. I do love Adobe. Yeah, I love Canva. It is actually a sick program. So, but I'll get back into that. So with PowerPoint and Keynote, it is actually super awesome. As you can see here, these are a few of my thumbnails that I've made over the years with Keynote and with PowerPoint. So these are one of my most popular videos. I think this one got maybe, it's almost at 300K, I think, 300K online. These ones here as well, they're quite popular as well, but they're all made in Keynote. Some of them in PowerPoint as well. My two recent Rec Room videos, if you are interested in learning how to use the Maker Pen, I do have a whole bunch of tutorials on that as well. So yeah, I'll get back into that. But yeah, Keynote, super simple. It's a free program. Absolutely amazing. Same with PowerPoint. If you don't have access to the internet, that sort of stuff, well, I mean, you should have access to the internet for making YouTube videos, but if you just need access to a free, simple program, Keynote is the way to go. Now, if we move on to the next one, okay, so this is just literally me using Keynote. You can see it's actually really good if you're wanting to try and make a whole bunch of thumbnails. So each slide on the program, you can have an iteration of your thumbnail. So let's say you want to try a different font, you can keep one slide, you can make a whole bunch of other slides. You can see I added an arrow here. But yeah, it's really useful if you just want a whole bunch of thumbnails to work on. And it is, yeah, Keynote, absolutely amazing. I'll just skip ahead. Now, a few of you know already what this program is because of how obvious the photo was. But the most amazing free tool that I have found for thumbnails right now is Canva. Canva is absolutely amazing. I wish I had it 4 years ago because it was still in development, and it is absolutely amazing. Like for anything, if you're doing schoolwork, uni work, it is absolutely amazing. Assignments aside, we're not talking about assignments, but it's awesome for thumbnails as well. So it's got lots of free media. So if you don't know where to source a whole bunch of your materials for your content, like thumbnails, you can use Canva. This entire presentation was made on Canva as well. So it's absolutely amazing. It is free, but I'm going to put an asterisk next to it because you can still pay for it. And I would recommend if you want to expand and get a whole bunch more features. Yeah, I see. Love Canva. Canva is awesome. It's awesome. Massive suite of tools as well. They've opened up a whole bunch of their AI range. So they've got like image background separation. You can take away Apple Core. Wow. You can separate the whole backgrounds, foregrounds, that sort of stuff. Really good. Also, it's easy to use as well. So I love Canva because you literally drag a photo in. It recommends a whole bunch of features. And they're actually rolling out a whole bunch of more features that you can use to make better thumbnails as well, like better engaging content. So if we move on to the next one, Canva is really good because you can access it on the web. If you use an iPad or a tablet, absolutely amazing. You can use it on there with the app and also on your computer as well. So you can just access it through the web or you can just access it through, really. It's anywhere. Canva is everywhere. So as you can see here, yep, I made my whole presentation in Canva. I literally made it like 20 minutes ago. So it's really good. You can make thumbnails super quickly. It's time efficient. Thank you for the food. I will have to eat all the, there's a lot of food. Oh, cake. Wow. Thank you for the Nintendo Switch cake. Oh my gosh. Sorry, going back to the thumbnails though. So with Canva, you can just create a free account online. It's completely free. And you can go to the search bar, search up YouTube thumbnails. And once you do that, you actually gain access to a full library of templates that you can use. So because, thank you for the fruit beer, because all of these rec rooms, if you're making rec room content, that sort of stuff, you probably most likely want to replace these people with your avatar, or if you're making Minecraft content, you can change that sort of stuff. Wow, thank you for the food. Really appreciate it. Cake as well. I'm going to have to pick some of this up. Wow, okay. Thank you very much. So these are some thumbnails I actually made in Canva as well. So you can see here, these thumbnails here, all Canva, they actually read really well, and it's super useful because I could just copy and paste the template for all of my videos, and it really adds a whole bunch of like consistency to your videos, so people know who you are, what you do, that sort of stuff. Also, putting like a logo in the corner is really good as well to get people to just be aware of your channel as well. I don't do that anymore, but I do know it's quite good if you have like a simple logo that people can remember. Holy crap! Oh, who threw a bubbly? Oh my gosh! Who took two? Holy crap! Okay, Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I'll have to read that. I'm gonna have like a full like overeating thing. Holy crap! I'm gonna have to let everyone on the stage after this event to eat this all. Thank you very much. Um, but if you are interested in more Canva tutorials, because I actually know quite a bit on Canva, definitely check out undermycap.com/events. You can find a whole bunch more information. If this event does go quite well, which it has, I might do a few more individual Canva, like one-on-one sessions, like showing you how I make my thumbnails, that sort of stuff. But we'll get on to the second part of the presentation. So the second part is what actually makes a good thumbnail. So because I have so much experience on YouTube, I have all of this data which shows what's rubbish and what's not. And oh my gosh, thank you so much for all these drinks. But as you can see over here, so one aspect of thumbnails is you need it to be simplistic. Simplistic. If you can't read the thumbnail or there's just too much going on and you can't understand it, just you're not going to get a click. It's too much. So as you can see here, I've got an example of a video that actually was failing, but as soon as I changed the thumbnail just a slight bit, it completely changed. So you can see here, this thumbnail here is not simplistic. You can see we've got a background with some leaves, we've got some wood, you've got the shield, the arrow. So people might understand what the video is in the form of you know, you can see a normal shield, you can make a custom shield. So the video is showing that you can make a custom shield. But because it's so complex, some people don't actually know what the message is of the video. So as a result of that, when people clicked on the video, they didn't get what they expected, and only they watched 24.8% of the video, which is nuts. Like, that's hardly anything. But if we actually move on to a slight other improvement, so there's one more after this one, but you can see I actually changed the background. We added some text. We moved the shields around. You can see that we actually increased the watch time by a significant amount, which is actually nuts. And that's because there's no distraction in the background. You read left to right. That's what's it called? Emissions, whatever it's called. You read left to right, where your eyes look first. So you can see we look at the shield. We probably see the text, and then we also see the end result. The issue is, if some people don't speak English, text can sometimes play against you because you don't actually quite understand, well, they don't understand what the thumbnail is. So then the final iteration is this. And you can see we got up to a massive 45.6% watch time, which is absolutely nuts. And that is all because we removed the text, removed the background, and we just kept the shields. So, oh, sorry, that's good. But anyway, so as you can see there, it's literally super simple. Sometimes simplicity is key. If you have too much on the thumbnail, no one's going to want to click it. If you can just show the message, convey what people actually want to see, then you'll get clicks and people stay longer. Now, the next part is colors. So colors, they play a significant role in thumbnails. Trust me, I've tried so many different colors, and blue actually seems to be quite a good color that works with my thumbnails, but it completely changes depending on what type of video you're doing. So it can also change like how people view your thumbnail as well. So you can see this, like, what happened here? I don't know what's happened here. That it looks shocking. You see it, you're like, yeah, I see. There's a maker pen, but it blends with the background, so you can't really see it. And you also have this really like horrible looking orangey bluish color. And as you can see, when you see that, you're like, yeah, that's a rubbish thumbnail. But as you can see, if we change the contrast, we modify a few of the colors, we can actually make the thumbnail look so much more vibrant, so much more clickable. And that's because we use a whole bunch of colors to manipulate people to click on the thumbnail. Orange is quite bright and it stands out from the background, so it will really stand out in search results as well. Oh my gosh, I can hear so much smashing. Thank you for all the food, everyone. This is actually nuts. Okay, so you can see here. Now, color does also change emotion. So depending on what type of video you're running, let's say you're doing like a video, let's say I've seen a lot of people hating on Rec Room at the moment. There's a lot of people just negative on like the Reddit and stuff, if you're on Reddit. So they probably would use like a red in their thumbnail if they're dissing Rec Room, they're not being too happy. If you're, let's say you're making a video where you love a new feature, that sort of stuff, you'd probably use like a nice purpley, like purple color or pink. That really shows a whole bunch of stuff. Yep, symbolic codes. Yes, that's quite good. But then we also have blue as well. So blue can be quite, sad. If people see that, you could be making a sad video. People also find blue as calm as well. So with my tutorials, I like to make them nice and calm, less editing, just more like genuine talking. So I use a lot of blue to basically let people know how the video is going to go. If the video is crazy, I use a whole bunch of yellows, that sort of stuff. Now, the next one is visual text. So I did talk about this before, but text actually does play a significant role in thumbnails as well when you're making your stuff. Yeah, blue does look good in general. I do agree with that. I love blue. You can see I'm wearing my under my cap shirt. Love blue. Oh, did not mean to pick up that. There's food everywhere. But you can see here. So this thumbnail here, you have no clue what the video is about, right? Because first of all, you have to actually be a Minecraft player to know what that is. And you also have to rely quite a lot on the title because you actually don't know what it is. I still do not know what that is called. I did a video on it and had no clue. The icon, it's called something. But you can change the color of text with that sort of stuff. So it's yeah, but people don't know. Slanted bold as well. Yeah, so you can change, appearance of text, you can change the color, that sort of stuff. But people, when I put this up, no one clicked on the video. And because, well, they don't actually know what that is. And this thumbnail here, this actually skyrocketed. The video went so well after this. And it's all because I just said colored text. That's what people were searching for in search results. And voila, that's how you got it. So the issue here is you have to make sure that you're not thinking that the person already knows what you're like trying to teach them in the video. So because I'm teaching everyone in the video what this is, because they don't know what that is, they don't know what it is. So make sure you're very strategic with what you put on. Thank you very much. Thank you. uh, but yes, so I think this is the last part. Yes, continuity. So if you don't know what continuity is, it's just basically how well things run together. So you may see a whole bunch of ads. Apple, their continuity cam, you can run your webcam through your phone. Continuity is just making sure that elements in your thumbnails work perfectly well together. Same with titles as well. So this is mainly titles and your thumbnail. So yeah, maybe maybe I need to go into teaching instead of marketing. But you can see here, right? The title is has quite a lot of continuity with the thumbnail. You can see the title is how to create with Maker Pen. So we actually have creates in the title. So that makes people psychologically think that, or it secures what they're thinking twice. We've got create and create. How to is a search term. So people are searching that into Google, and that meets more of your keywords. And then we also have Maker Pen, and because people searching up these tutorials, because they're obviously Rec Room players, no one else would know what this is. I don't have to put Maker Pen in the thumbnail. So they visually recognize that. They go, that's a Maker Pen, that's secured with the text, and then that answers their key term. So you have to make sure that your thumbnails stay quite related to your title, or else nothing's going to work. That's actually one of the main things. You can have the best thumbnail ever, you could have the worst title, and just nothing works together. So that is one of the most important parts, one of the most important aspects of your thumbnail. And it's funny because it's not a part of the thumbnail. It's a thing that works with the thumbnail. So I think that is, yeah, okay, so that is about it for today. I'm actually super happy. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along. If you do want to see more events, I've got these little buttons at the very back. Oh, yeah? Okay, announcements. So I haven't seen this a lot. I've seen a lot of maker classes, those sorts of things, where people can show up and basically use Maker Pen, that sort of stuff. But I haven't seen this. So it's more of an invention showcase. So rather than it being a workshop where people can show up and build all of that stuff, you're allowed to spawn in your inventions, showcase it off to everyone. This will be a regular event which occurs. And basically, I noticed a whole bunch of people want to show off their inventions, but lots of workshops, they don't really allow it that much. And for people, creative, yeah, and it's a good way to network with people who have the same, building, those sorts of things. So griefing, that's a good point. So what we've actually done is inventions that will be spawned in aren't allowed with any circuits. So that's one of the main things. So it has to be entirely creative. Everything must be done with Maker Pen, no circuits. That's just to make sure that it doesn't fully mess up. So obviously, I haven't done one of these events before, and this will pop up in your events tab when it is available. But obviously, the first event might not go too well. Yes, it will cost a lot of ink, that sort of stuff. But for now, it will be capped at 8 people, so you have to be in very quick. Same with my maker classes as well. If you're interested in that, join the club. We've got a whole bunch of those, but they are capped at 8 people a time. So it is very limited as we expand and I guess I learn with all of this stuff. But I'm very excited to run this invention showcase. So yeah, thank you very much. Oh gosh, a lot of the food just disappeared. But that is about it. So I'm really grateful. Thank you so much all for coming. Definitely chuck a sub to my profile or the events thing. There's like a little whiteboard over there. You can click the club, and then you can see a whole bunch of events. As I said before, next week or the next event will be about video editing, how to get started with that, a whole bunch of free editing software that I've done. And yeah, and then the next week we'll be going straight into my YouTube. I'm just literally going to open it up. You can see everything that's in there. And I'll just be talking you through how to use YouTube Studio, how to use all the analytics. And yeah, that's about it. So Thank you so much all for coming along. And I'll catch you at the next event, which is, I keep on saying this at the end, there's also little events that you can subscribe to over there. There's a club over there, more events over there. And yeah, thank you so much. I hope you all have an amazing day. I think is that the last slide?